Most people are a snooze fest. Meeting new people, whether it be for romantic purposes, friendship purposes, or crime fighting purposes, just seems to be boring as hell. Most new people I meet now have a phone addiction so bad it feels like they would rather be in their room online than outside. I know I am part of the great Gen Zers and we're known for living online, but can we put the phone down for a little bit at least? I recall I went on a date not too long ago, and this girl, while cute, was glued to her phone like a stripper to a pole. She was texting her friends constantly and was a little socially awkward. What a lovely combination. And to all the people saying, well, duh, she just wasn't interested in you, she clearly was, because we hooked up that date and she tried multiple times to make plans with me afterwards. So if a girl being interested in me is playing Flappy Bird and whatever the fuck else on her phone, then I could only imagine what a disinterested girl would look like. It's not even just my love life that has this problem. Even some of my friends seem more absorbed in their phones. Sometimes I'll be driving with my boy and he's been scrolling for eternity, and when I try to talk to him, he's so hypnotized by his phone he doesn't hear shit. Even when I'm outside with my friends and we're doing some dope stuff, there is always a moment when we revert to our zombified online brain and we spend more time looking at whatever bullshit on our phones than actually socializing. I don't even blame my friends or past flings for being so attached to their phones. Being online is basically modern day pop culture. Think about how the global humor, social norms, and cultural sensations happen exclusively online. I mean, just think about what would happen if you stopped being chronically online so much. How disconnected you feel from the vast majority of people. Oh wait, I don't have to imagine shit because that's me. For personal reasons, I mostly stay offline, as in no social media, and I limit my time on apps like X and YouTube. And do you wanna know what? It feels pretty damn good not being online all the time. But that social disconnection is definitely a polarizing feeling. Since my love life is so interesting, we're gonna use another first date story. I was on a date with a girl, and we weren't clicking too much. She asked me to guess what her hobbies were, so I guessed what many girls like doing. I said the beach and shopping, and she nodded her head like a puppy and smiled. I then said doom scrolling. She once again nodded her head, and then I told her I wasn't online and didn't have social media. The look she gave me, you would have thought I called her mother a whore and her father an inbred. She said, "You don't have TikTok or Instagram? We have nothing in common." Now, I'm not trying to say that this girl had zero personality and all women are exactly the same and they're all boring, yada yada yada, but the fact that I was able to guess the shit she was into and she did not add much else tells me that maybe her chronic social media scrolling has kept her numb to actually trying out new hobbies she could possibly really enjoy. How many times have you seen something cool or want to try something out, but you're so intoxicated with your phone that you spend 2 hours scrolling instead of that potential passion? Hey, I get it. Being online is really comfortable. You can find funny and interesting stuff with no effort. You can communicate with no pressure of saying the exact right thing face to face. You can feel the simulation of community through online forums, and overall it's just a cozy low stress environment to be in, especially when compared to the hecticness of the real world. But let's be honest here. People being online is taking away from a lot of people's individual flavors. If I asked you what you did in the last 2 hours of doom scrolling, you're probably not going to be able to tell me anything that is going to add spice to your character. But if you told me what you did in the last 2 hours of painting, working out, slinging crack, or some other fun hobby, you could probably tell me something of substance, and something that would make your life feel more complete. Okay, so great. Guys and girls are boring due to their phones. Time to become a Buddhist monk and cut off all ties to the materialistic world as I live in solitude on the great mountain peaks. No! If people around you are boring, the best action you can take is growing your own character so you don't attract boring people. If you are one of those people chronically online repeating TikTok memes with the personality of a roll of toilet paper, you probably are going to only attract those types of people. If you want to find someone interesting, you must become interesting. If you're trying to find friends or romantic partners online, you are more than likely going to find people who spend most of their free time online, leading to the same boring personality conundrum. But if you're going to a photography club, then you're probably going to find some more people with more substance in their personality. And breaking the ice is going to be easy since you have a shared hobby to talk about. Now, I'm not the Unabomber saying that all online shit is bad. And I think online communities have some benefit. I think being able to hear so many different perspectives on any number of topics is insightful in expanding your viewpoint. However, just be cautious that online chatter isn't the only socializing that you're getting. People are meant to have face to face interactions and tangible hobbies, and being online all the time is not going to expand your personality in a positive way in the long term. So go outside, pick up some new hobbies, and cut back on the phone for a while, and see what happens. You never know who you might meet.